The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line.
It's up. Oh.
And they'll begin by running the option.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
He will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
You. Hey. Go ahead. Yeah.
Now Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And all the way in for the Ravens. Touchdown. Zay Flowers. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he lost the football. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And getting this
just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Back to throw, Watson. He's got Higgins over the middle. Touchdown! Elijah Higgins from 19 yards away. And the Sentinels are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they run the option on second down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Watson, option left. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Oh, look at this play call. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They come up short here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
These two teams all tied after one.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
Henry. Touchdown, Houston.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Sentinels 14, Ravens 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down here the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
The Ravens hit 6 and 3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6 and 3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Hey, report. Report. You at X. You at X. No, we changed it.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Able to get away. Steps away to his left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Watson off play action, rolling to his right. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3.
Off of play action, it's Watson. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 14. Here's Watson, option left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Watson now to throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Now that was a pretty unconventional play call there on 3rd and goal. You hate to take a chance of something going wrong and turning the ball over. And now it's looking like they're going to have to settle for 3.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Touchdown! Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Sentinels' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one?
Ravens 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Agholor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
You know, when we call the game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that is incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. 2nd and 15.
Report!
Now it's Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Grant Delpit.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Elijah Moore, 44 yards. And the Sentinels will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Sentinels 28, Ravens 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now 3rd down and 7.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Play action. Now Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st down, it's Watson. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Watson. And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Sentinels are able to add on to their first half lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them, so what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about
Derrick Henry all alone. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 14-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And quickly they get to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 11-yard line.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Here's 3rd and 9. Off the option, here's Henry.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Goodwin. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Sentinels take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Their own 36-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And they're going to speed things up here.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the option, here's Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1st and 10 at the 30.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41. 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson going to run again. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Jackson, options out left. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Rashad Bateman, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 41, here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Henry. And he loses the football a 2nd time. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Derrick Henry taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Sentinels have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Ravens 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
No, we change it. You are X. You are X.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
2nd and 10.
We change it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Oh, design run for their wideout.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Rashad Bateman.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to see. 2 touchdowns for him now in the ball game, both coming on the ground.
And while it may be unusual, it's obvious they found something that they like on offense and they can use against the defense. And I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop him.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Now Watson.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And some room to roam now. Dances by him. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
156 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Houston.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now, Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead thus far.
And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but